The Boston Celtics entered their matchup against the Atlanta Hawks facing yet another test in what has already been a demanding stretch of the season. With injuries continuing to disrupt rotations and force adjustments, the spotlight before tip-off was firmly placed on one question. Who would step into the starting lineup with Payton Pritchard sidelined due to left ankle soreness? For a team that values continuity, chemistry, and execution, the absence of a key guard always carries weight. But sometimes these moments reveal something deeper about a roster. Sometimes they reveal exactly what a team has been looking for. On this night, the answer came in the form of Baylor Scheierman. Scheierman is not the loudest name on the roster. He does not dominate headlines. He does not demand touches or minutes. Yet when the Celtics needed stability, intelligence, and effort, he delivered precisely that. Inserted into the starting lineup against Atlanta, Scheierman provided the type of contribution that does not always jump off the box score, but absolutely shapes winning basketball. This game was decisive from start to finish. The Celtics established control early and never allowed the Hawks to truly threaten the outcome. It was a complete performance, a wire-to-wire effort that reflected preparation, focus, and execution. While the margin of victory may lead some to minimize individual performances, doing so would miss the broader context. Every dominant win still requires someone to set the tone, to connect the pieces, and to play within the system at a high level. Scheierman did exactly that. From the opening minutes, he looked comfortable. There was no hesitation in his movements, no sense of pressure weighing on his decision-making. He played with calm confidence, understanding his role and executing it efficiently. Early in the game, he announced his readiness by knocking down a clean, no-dip three-pointer for Boston's first basket. It was a simple play, but an important one. It showed that he was locked in, prepared, and willing to take the shot when the offense flowed his way. That shot also served as a reminder of something the Celtics value deeply: spacing, trust, timing. Scheierman's ability to read the floor and be available when needed allowed the offense to breathe. He did not force plays. He did not overextend himself. Instead, he acted as a connector, moving the ball quickly, making smart reads, and keeping defenders honest. One of the most impressive aspects of Scheierman's night was his passing. Throughout the first half, he demonstrated an advanced understanding of spacing and timing. He recognized help defenders, anticipated rotations, and delivered passes that allowed his teammates to score in rhythm. One sequence in particular stood out. After drawing defensive attention, Scheierman kicked the ball out to Sam Hauser, who buried yet another three-pointer. It was a play that embodied unselfish basketball and reinforced why coaches trust players who think the game at a high level. Doing your job when your number is called may sound simple, but in the NBA it is anything but. Rotations fluctuate, minutes are never guaranteed, pressure is constant. For players like Scheierman, every opportunity matters. Every possession becomes an audition. Against the Hawks, he passed that test with composure. This performance did not come out of nowhere. Joe Mazzulla has consistently praised Scheierman throughout the season, often highlighting his work ethic, basketball IQ, and attention to detail. Those traits matter deeply in Boston's system. The Celtics are not just looking for talent. They are looking for players who understand concepts, who defend with purpose, and who can be trusted to execute within structure. Scheierman himself has been clear about how he sees his role. Earlier in the season, he spoke openly about the defensive side of his game, emphasizing his desire to be a playmaker on that end of the floor. Against Atlanta, those words translated directly into action. Defensively, Scheierman was relentless. He moved his feet well, communicated effectively, and consistently found himself in the right position. His instincts were on full display, particularly in moments that shifted momentum. Midway through the first half, with the Celtics holding a growing lead, Scheierman made a high IQ defensive play that exemplified his value. Helping off his assignment, he timed a poke perfectly, stripping the ball from Jalen Johnson on the blind side. The result was immediate. Boston pushed the pace in transition, and Anfernee Simons drilled a three-pointer that further widened the gap. It was a sequence that demonstrated how one smart defensive read can ignite an entire possession. These are the plays that do not always appear in highlight reels but resonate deeply with coaching staffs. Scheierman finished the night with 3 steals, each one a product of anticipation and effort rather than gambling. He understood when to take calculated risks and when to stay disciplined. That balance is rare, especially for players fighting for rotational minutes. His impact extended beyond perimeter defense. On the glass, Scheierman was active and assertive. The Celtics struggled early to fully secure defensive rebounds, but his presence helped stabilize those possessions. He tracked the ball well, boxed out when necessary, and showed a willingness to mix it up inside. His 7 rebounds were timely and valuable, especially considering Boston's emphasis on finishing defensive stands. Offensively, he continued to play within himself. He did not chase shots. He allowed the game to come to him. By the final buzzer, Scheierman had recorded 9 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals in 32 minutes of action. It was a stat line that reflected efficiency, balance, and contribution across multiple areas of the game. The plus-minus number did not fully capture his influence, largely because he spent time on the floor during late minutes when the game had already been decided and Atlanta trimmed the margin. Context matters. Anyone watching closely understood the value he brought while the game was still competitive. Beyond the numbers, this performance reinforced something important about the Celtics' identity. This is a team built not only on star power, but on depth, discipline, and adaptability. Injuries test those qualities. When Payton Pritchard went down, the Celtics did not panic. They trusted their system, they trusted their preparation, and they trusted a player who has quietly earned respect through consistent effort. Scheierman's night against Atlanta was not about replacing Pritchard. It was about fulfilling a role. It was about doing what the team needed in that moment. That distinction matters. Great teams are not built solely on individual replacements. They are built on collective responsibility. As the season progresses and the schedule tightens, performances like this become increasingly important. Fatigue accumulates. Rotations shift. Opportunities emerge unexpectedly. Players who stay ready often define the margins between good teams and great ones. Scheierman's readiness sent a clear message. He belongs on the floor. He understands what winning basketball requires. For Joe Mazzulla, this game provided another data point in an evolving rotation. Trust is earned, not given. Scheierman continues to earn it through consistency and attention to detail. He may not command headlines, but within the locker room and coaching staff, his value is unmistakable. Looking ahead, it would not be surprising to see Scheierman's minutes increase. His skill set fits seamlessly with Boston's style of play. He spaces the floor, defends multiple positions, moves the ball, and competes on every possession. In a league where versatility is currency, he offers exactly that. This performance also highlights the importance of internal development. Not every answer comes from trades or signings. Sometimes the solution is already in the building, waiting for the opportunity to prove it. Against the Hawks, Baylor Scheierman proved that when the Celtics needed someone steady, smart, and dependable, he was ready. As the Celtics continue their pursuit of consistency and postseason positioning, contributions like this will matter more than ever. Championships are not won solely by stars. They are won by teams where every player understands their role and embraces it fully. On this night in Atlanta, Scheierman embodied that philosophy. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown of Baylor Scheierman's performance and want more Celtics analysis, injury updates, and game breakdowns throughout the season, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.